Welcome back. Well, Bangladesh is on the edge. Weeks of violence in a shaky interim setup and streets simmering with anger. And into this turbulence walks a man who's long been absent but never irrelevant. After nearly 17 years of self-imposed exile, Tarique Rahman has now returned to Dhaka. He sent out a political message clearly with his arrival. It sent ripples across Bangladesh. The Bangladesh Nationalist Party, BNP, acting chairperson, Tarique Rahman, has arrived after 17 years of being away. He's arrived from London amid unprecedented security, traveling in bulletproof vehicles. Thousands of party workers lined the streets to welcome him. Rahman's homecoming is not symbolic, it is clearly strategic. He is expected to revive the BNP with Sheikh Hasina's ouster and the Awami League banned. The BNP looks at a resurrection. He wants to reposition the party as a mainstream national alternative right ahead of Bangladesh's upcoming national elections, which is scheduled for February. In fact, he returns as the son of former President Ziaur Rahman and former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia, who remains hospitalized and unwell. In fact, adding emotional weightage for him and his image. Now, this moment unfolds against all the volatile backdrop. Remember, these are the pictures that we're showing you of Mr. Rahman and his family who've come down. And this comes right amid the Yunus government facing a lot of backlash over violence that's erupted in the recent past over a student leader's death, Osman Hadi. Violence erupted. In fact, a bomb blast was reported in Bangladesh just a day ago. And today, yet again, we're looking at another Hindu being lynched to death. So we're seeing some really troubling visuals from Bangladesh. And amid all of this, when elections are just around the corner, here is Tarique Rahman, who's come down. That's the man, the Hindu man who was lynched today. And that's sent shockwaves yet again. Now, in fact, this is deeply troubling and concerning at this point to see the minorities being targeted to such an extent. And all of this is happening under Nobel laureate Mohammad Yunus's interim regime. He is handling it, but clearly is doing a failed job of it. Now, while Bangladesh is currently on the edge, Tarique Rahman's arrival has really sent a lot of a political ripple across the country at this point. He's looking to come back, and what are his chances? BNP is recalibrating. They're distancing themselves from Jamaat, signaling a more pluralist posture and opening doors to old and new allies. But with the tide seemingly turning against the interim government now, it appears that the stage is certainly being set for Tarique Rahman's political resurrection. Will that really happen the way he wants to? We've got to wait and watch. But let me quickly bring in Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhry, editor of Blitz Bangladesh. He's a journalist from Bangladesh. We also have Patikrit Pain, who is a foreign affairs expert, joining us. Patikrit Pain, your quick take. Are we looking at Tarique Rahman's entry into Bangladesh a strategic one? Is it really going to mean the BNP will revive itself? Will it spell good for Bangladesh ahead of these elections? Is he going to have a good impact on Bangladesh after Sheikh Hasina's ouster?
Well, BNP is a major political party in Bangladesh, and certainly his return gives a lot of optimism to the supporters of BNP. And certainly in this election, in the absence of Awami League, I'm sure BNP has a considerable amount of chance. But for Tarique Rahman, the situation and what lies ahead is not going to be an easy task, because in the last 16 months, what has happened that there has been a severe corrosion of institutions. You talked about attack on minorities. It has gone even before, ahead of that. Anybody who does not align to what the radicals believe or preach, then what happens? Even the Muslims are getting targeted, burned down by terming them as Indian agent or Awami League agent. So for Tarique Rahman, it's going to be a tightrope walk. You know, the reason that they are distancing themselves from Jamaat is because today their main competitor in this election would not be Awami League, which has been banned, but the Jamaat-e-Islami, which today believes that they are in a position to, fight the election on their own and win. Apart from that, there is this national citizen party, which is the Chhatro Andolan formation, and Yunus himself, whether he is willing to give up he's placed voluntarily, that's a question mark. But the kind of decay of institutions, the kind of demoralization of the police forces that have happened, the kind of factionalism within the army that you can witness, it is not going to be very easy for Tariq Rahman, and he has to be a hands-on ground person to actually win the election and revive Bangladesh. You know, he just
No,
returned
but who
from
else is
United
there? Is
Kingdom.
there any other option?
He would be returning back. I think he's here for a few days. But she has to be a hands-on ground person, and he has to do he has an uphill task in front of him. So if you look at the kind of adversaries that you have in front of him, from the Indian perspective, I think it's a better option. I think there will be cautious optimism for India because a functional working political party is far better than an NGO-driven government. Even then, I would say the kind of situation that you find within Bangladesh, it's going to be a tough task first to have an election in place and then to govern and revive the country.
Yeah.
So Tariq Rahman is definitely an option. He looks and his speech today was very moderate, but whether it translates, it translates into peace on the streets of Bangladesh, that we have to wait and watch.
Patikrit, thanks very much. I really appreciate you on this story.